Hey guys, so I was just walking and I was ranting to myself, looking like a madman on the street. And I figure if I'm going to rant, I'll rant into a phone so that I don't look like a crazy asshole. But yeah, this is not going to be G-rated because I'm pretty upset. So the thing that's upsetting me right now is just this idea that what people will sacrifice in order to get connection, right? Because like something that I've noticed is like, so many people, we have this potential where we can literally make the world a better place for those we love, right? But sometimes those we love don't know what's best for them because they're stupid, right? And you know better, right? There's a time when you get to a place and you know better. You know better because you've ran the test, you've done the data, you got the data, and you've done it. You know, okay, actually hanging out with this person or doing this doesn't actually help them. Me going off and succeeding and figuring out that best version of myself will make the world a better place for them. And when the world is a better place, they will better be enabled to get out of whatever stupid, crappy situation or a-hole situation they're in. Now, so many people think the point of life is just to feel at peace, right? I think especially in the US, because so many people here don't have they're not struggling to get water or to get food or, anything substantial. So because of that, they just think like life is about sitting around, smoking weed, playing video games, and just like being a fucking loser all day, right? And it's like, no, in life, like we're here to make the world and improve it, right? And it's not, and like people complain and bitch about all these problems, but then they're not doing anything to actually be a part of the solution outside of just complaining, telling all the people in power when it's like, you have power. What are you doing with your time? Where's your focus on? Like, what are you doing? Who are the people you're hanging out with? And everyone's just complaining that somebody else has solved their problems when it's like, bro, you are the problem. Right? You are the problem. How much of a solution for the people you supposedly love and you care about are you being in your life? Especially, this video is for the people who are creative and who are intelligent, because there's plenty of bozos out there who are just stupid, right? And seriously, 85-90% of people are just fucking stupid. Real talk. Like, that might sound like really judgmental and like kind of mean. Like, I'll be honest, I don't have much faith in people. I think most people are generally like, you tell them what to do, they move widgets, and yeah, good. They deserve to be around. But like, they're living in the world of people who are intelligent and leading, right? Now that's very aristocratical. You can call that whatever it is. But like, the world we're living in is a world that's been created by the intelligent, smartest, and best among us. And I think what pisses me off is that so oftentimes I feel this way is like, because I want to make the world a better place and because I want to bless people, I feel like I'm being punished, right? You see it from like Galileo, Copernicus. You see it with Leonardo da Vinci, right? You see it with Michelangelo. Like a lot of these guys who are creative trying to do things. And the people around them, their cohorts, people hated them. People despised them. People pushed them. And then, afterwards, people loved them. And just not do that. Right? Like there's people who are out there who are doing it. And if you see they're doing it and you're doing that, have the courage to step up and stand by them. Right? Because you're living in the world that they've created. This is, even though the world they created is not who the mass majority are in it. Right? Because most of those people are just consumers or recipients, beneficiaries of the world of the few. Right? And a good example of this is like when Sodom and Gomorrah was destroyed by God. Like the whole point of the story was that a few good people can lift and justify the existence of a whole bunch of wicked people, right? And I'm not going to sit around and judge and call everybody wicked. This isn't a moral thing, but like I see too many people who are just fucking doing nothing, right? And they know it deep down inside and they're just okay with that. And what's worse though is there's the people who actually have the ability to do something more beyond that, but then they go and they hang out with the fucking nothings. Right? Because they don't want to feel bad or they don't want to be alone. And then like the people who are actually going out and who are doing it, they abandon them and they leave it. And then it's like people understand why, like ask, why is there this huge gap? Why is there this huge gap in wealth? Why is there this huge gap in power? Why is this? Because the people who are willing to do the work, who take the initiative, who do the things, of course, there's nothing, it's all for them. Right? It's not even like we live like in scarcity, but the reality is it's like if you are going to do nothing for the things you benefit from in your life, think about it. So many of the things we get, we didn't do anything for. Indoor plumbing, paved roads, right? Like vehicles, like being able to do flights, all the internet, right? There's so many blessings we didn't have to do anything for. You just showed up and you got it. We just showed up and we got it. And people spend time fucking looking at TikTok videos about nothing, just being entertaining themselves, eating food because they're bored, like doing recreational drugs because they don't want to feel or sit in their own feelings. Like that's how numb to our own potential we've become, right? We've become so many people have become like that. And then when somebody's actually trying to do something, trying to create something, you revile them, you point fingers, you cut them down, right? You abandon them. And then when they win, it's like, oh my gosh, they're so amazing. But it's like, bitch, like you saw them on the come up and you're part of their story on the opposite side. And just, I think especially for me, there's times when there's people who I want to benefit. Legitimately, I'm looking out for, and I feel like I'm being punished because I'm legitimately trying to make the world a better place for people I love. Like I literally feel like because I'm trying to make the world a better place and I'm trying to improve your life and I'm trying to help you, you hate me for that. And it's like if I was just passive and did nothing, right, you would like me more. And I hate that because then what happens, their life goes to shit and they're like, oh my God, why do I have all these problems? And then they come to you for it. But it's like, bitch, if you would listen to me, right? Or you had done what I said and they know you're right, but they don't listen because they don't have to, because they're just living off the indulgence of the work of so many people who've come before. And I'm really sick and tired of it. I'm really sick and tired of it. And if you're like that, you suck, stop sucking. All right. And if you're not like that, good on you. Keep moving, get your potential. But like, yeah, I'm really sick and tired of just it being cool to not try to fulfill your potential, sit around, indulge in yourself, and you just be chill. Like, I get being easygoing, right? I get having like a chill factor and things like that. But how much good is this person or is anybody actually doing? So many people can barely take care of themselves. And you're seeing it now. Gas prices are rising. Things are getting more expensive in the stores, right? We're going towards this economic bubble. And there's so few people. You're seeing homelessness pop up like crazy because so many people are falling through the cracks and they don't have these support networks. But so many people don't even appreciate the networks that keep them alive. Like realizing like you as an individual, so many people as individuals are worthless. It's like you as an individual are not even very capable, right? But because you have this incredible network around you that protects you, right? You're able to lift it up. And it's okay, but acknowledge it, recognize it, and build something for the future. But there's so many people, especially the young, like so many young people, like in my generation, right? Don't think about anyone or anything beyond themselves, right? And it's recognizing the only reason we got here was because the people behind us thought about somebody else, right? The only reason like I'm here is because my mom did like traveled and came across and immigrated here. And that's the only reason I have these blessings. And so I have to honor and acknowledge that. And so many people just don't. And it's sickening. It really pisses me off how people have been so inundated with ease and comfort that we think that's the baseline of life. Like that's what life's about. And then we ask, why are we depressed? Why am I not satisfied? Why do I feel anxious all the time? Why am I angry? And it's like, because you're not even doing the very base things you know you need to do. And when you see someone going for that, you revile them, you point fingers at them, you move away from them when they're literally trying to show you how to be happy. And so the other day, someone told me like, you don't have to shoot for happiness, right? You have to go for peace and acceptance. I think this is a part of it. But more importantly, like, peace is important, but more importantly, shoot for meaning, right? Because peace is important. I think it's a byproduct of meaning, but like more specifically, it's having meaning in your life. And too many people live lives with no meaning, or they're finding like, I think it's important, find meaning in like the things in your life and like be good, but like so much is like, meaning is obvious when you care about somebody else, right? Like tell a mother to find meaning in her life when she has a newborn. You don't have to ask that question for her because she's thinking about the future. And so many people are trying to find meaning where there isn't any because it's like this existential thing because you're being just self-centered, right? You're just trying to fulfill your own needs, right? You're just trying to take care of yourself and your own little people. And when you guys are good and satisfied, you just sit there and relax and rest on the laurels of the people who came before you. And so you become like a lesser version of yourself. You literally start to die inside. And that's why you feel bad. That's why you feel upset, right? So I don't know if you're watching this or who needed to watch that. But like, if you're being a lazy bum and not trying to make the world a better place, and you just think like that's okay, and I get it. Sometimes the best way to make the world a better place is to stop, take care of yourself, but get to the point where you're actually taking care of yourself, not just sitting back, abandoning people, and just being a shithole. And I don't know. I guess there's also coming from a lot of pain because I literally, legitimately feel like because I tried to make the world a better place and help people. And when I say help people, it doesn't mean like violate their boundaries or whatever, but legitimately, I think the intention of wanting to do good and trying to be better, so being honest, being frank, trying to like actually solve a problem versus just letting it sit, has hurt me. And I've realized, like, legitimately, because I'm willing to say what everyone sees but is not willing to say, I've been hurt for that. Because I'm trying to take care or handle an issue that everyone sees but nobody's handling, I've been hurt for that. And I'm really sick of it. I'm really sick of being punished and being looked down on because I want to improve the world. And so now, like, sad to say, like, it's weird, but like, especially in my interpersonal relationships, like, it's getting to the point where it's like, I just can't fuck with people anymore because it's like, listen, I'm going to make the world better and you're going to end up paying me for that. And it's going to be this transactional thing because somehow people get it. People somehow get it when it comes to business. Like when things, and it's like, that's why businesses control everything. Right? Because people don't honor it because they get all these emotions, right? Because they're not actually taking any responsibility. But somehow, when everything's put to the almighty dollar, suddenly we understand how things work. And then people think there's all these power differences, but it's like, once again, where's the value being created? And so, of course, like, if you don't want these people to have all the power, then actually build something, right? And build something with people and solve problems, actually solve issues. Right? That's why entrepreneurs are the new way, because entrepreneurs solve problems, right? And instead of doing it for free, they get paid for it. And like, for me now, I'm like, okay, I'm going to try and solve problems, but now motherfuckers got to pay me. And since taking on that attitude, my life improved. So it's weird. Like, when I became less charitable, my life got better and I was able to make a bigger difference, because most people, a lot of people, will just never appreciate the good they get until it's gone. And yeah, in a lot of ways, I'm gone. All right. Peace, guys. Thanks.